Disney's Pixar has another flop on their hands. It turns out fans can't stand hoppers. So, Pete Docter, the head of Pixar, is out there saying no more woke films. Except he can't say that. So instead, he's saying no more therapy films. But it's the same thing, and today we'll tell you why they're singing a different tune. All across Disney and Hollywood, they're done with the stuff that flopped, that failed. Go woke, go broke. Now even they will tell the tale. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back yet again, explaining entertainment, keeping you ahead of the culture curve. It's what we do here every single day with a zeal that even the Hollyweirds can feel. As we dive into Pixar's latest disaster, I don't care what the articles are telling you. We've got the receipts. We know what's true, and we'll bring it to you. Click the like button, drop a comment down below, and here we go, go, go. It's the latest out of Hollywood. Disney's Pixar is done with woke movies, but they can't say that out loud, so they're rephrasing it, renaming it, and calling them therapy movies. That's right, folks, and no more therapy movies are going to be made because the beaver that came out called Hoppers just got squished at the box office, and they're tired of getting squished, and their jobs are on the line. Variety has this one by Jack Dunn. Pete Docter says Pixar cut LGBTQ storyline from Elio because we're making a movie, darn it. Not hundreds of millions of dollars of therapy. Now, what this is, ladies and gentlemen, is they're admitting to you that what they've been doing is what we said they were doing, which was making woke content. But they cannot come out and say that it was woke, and they cannot admit they're going to stop making woke stuff. So instead, they're not making therapy movies. And what was Elio? Well, a therapy movie. A therapy movie. Pete Docter, Chief Creative Officer at Pixar and Director of Monsters, Inc. Up and Inside Out, recently told the Wall Street Journal why the studio decided to completely overhaul Elio and cut out all of the alphabet that was in the movie about a kid who's a prepubescent little boy. Docter told the Wall Street Journal that Pixar didn't want to expose its young audience to things they weren't ready to see or hadn't discussed with their parents. He said, we're making a movie, not hundreds of millions of dollars of therapy. Okay, well, that seems like, yeah, that's what we said, right? What did we tell folks for years? And we got slammed for it. We didn't care. We just kept telling the truth with a capital T. We said, parents of every political persuasion, they're not going to the movies so that you will preempt them into a bedroom conversation on the way to pick up the Happy Meal afterwards. That's not why they're there. So there you have it. Pixar agrees with us. Deal with it, wokies. They changed the name. Now, we're being given two narratives, panel. The first narrative is that Pixar is changing their ways. The second narrative we are being given is that Hoppers, the most recent film from Pixar, is a winner-winner chicken dinner, that the beaver is doing bonkers, and everybody's happy, everybody's great, everybody's groovy. One of these narratives is true, one of these narratives is not. And there's no way around it. You just can't have both of them, right? Either it's broken or it's not. So let's see if it's broken. You ready? You all didn't think I was going to go here. This is not where you didn't expect to see Rachel Zegler here. Well, Rachel Zegler is here on Box Office Pro. We're going back to last year. I'm going to show you something about this. You all remember this came out in March, the Snow White movie. I don't know if you remember this, AKA 1 year ago. Disney's Snow White, Walt Disney Pictures, 43 million domestic opening weekend, 87.3 global total. Now, Wiz, could you answer me this? Was Snow White a success?
No.
Steph, can you confirm that for me? Was Snow White indeed a failure? Is that, I'm hearing that correctly?
Oh, I confirm. It was a disaster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's really strange because everybody's telling me that Hoppers is great.
No.
Folks, the weekend box office. Hopper leaps to 46 million debut. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second now. $46 million debut. Okay. Snow White, 43 million. Well, maybe the 3 million makes all the difference, right? Oh, wait, but also Hoppers had an extra day of previews that they're counting. So Snow White probably beat Hoppers day to day. Well, hang on a second. Let's read it. Maybe this will tell us. Disney Pixar has had a bit of an originality problem lately. While Elemental was saved mostly by the international audience, it wasn't. Last year's Elio fell short both domestically and overseas and was one of the biggest failures released by the company. Their most recent sequels, The Incredibles 2, Toy Story 4, and Inside Out 2, join Finding Dory and Toy Story 3, blah, blah, blah. Could their latest Hoppers be the next original film to join the sequel parade? Okay. Puts it at the bottom tier of Pixar. Hang on a second. I've been told this is a success. And now I think I understand why they're cleaning up the mess. I think I get it now. Steph, they're trying to pretend that Hoppers is a big, big win. It's not. And they're also trying to say they're going to fix everything. But I don't understand why they need to fix everything unless something's broken. So, Steph, they can't say that they're cleaning up the woke. Instead, it's therapy movies. I think Hoppers is a therapy movie, and I think everybody involved in covering this thing needs therapy now for trying to lie that it's doing well. Your thoughts, Steph?
Well, I mean, if you compare that to the Zootopia 2 opening, I mean, there's really no comparison. Zootopia 2 made hundreds of millions of dollars the first opening weekend to Hoppers. I think that calling them therapy movies is very correct. It is correct. They are therapy movies. It's a way for whoever is making the film to insert themselves into and, try and work out whatever they're going through in this movie. But not only that, I think that them removing a lot of the LGBT themes or whatever, them removing that from Hoppers it's not anything new or not Hoppers, Ilio. It's not anything new because they also did that with Inside Out 2. I think that not a lot of people went to go see Hoppers because they're still trying to win back the goodwill of the fans. That's basically what it is. They're just trying to win back the goodwill of the fans. And it's not going to work. Not at least not yet. Anyway.
No, it's not working. This isn't, and the lies the media is having to do, the shills. This is nauseating. I feel badly for them that we're trying to promote a $46 million 4-day weekend, which it shouldn't be a 4-day, but they made it a 4-day. Wizard, I see you're ready to go. I don't even need to say more. Just go at it, man. Have at it.
This is a big one, Pro. I mean, we've seen the film, and this film firstly, the film itself doesn't deserve your money. It doesn't deserve children to be taken to see it. It's not a good film. And while they may cut relationship dynamics out, or what people call like the woke content, the Hoppers in and of itself is still promoting an ideology. It's still promoting specific morality directed at children. So it may not be what has been classified as woke or what they're calling woke, right? But this movie and Elio both have ideology backing in it.
And Bean Mouse.
So that's number one. And Bean Mouse, which is just unacceptable. But if we look at this, of course, the access media needs to run this narrative because, normies that aren't in the mix or paying attention as actively as we are and you are at home, they just forgot, Snow White was a year ago. We know it didn't do well.
The Hollywood Reporter says Pixar has good reason to be jumping for joy over their second to worst performing box office debut adjusted for inflation.
But it's also all about framing and marketing positioning. So if we look at Snow White, that was bad then, but this Hoppers is the top of the box office this weekend, right?
Well, so was Snow White for a weekend.
Well, no, I think there was no saving Snow White though. It had had bad press for a year up to that point, right? It was just constant bad press the entire time. It's more like, let's just get this over with. Right now, I think the mainstream media and all of the prominent movie reviewers, they're no longer movie reviewers. They're essentially salespeople for these pictures that come out. They have their talking points, and it's essentially trying to put anything out there to get you to go to the theater. If you didn't know what Hoppers was, oh, well, look, it did great at the box office. That movie must be really, really good. Let's go and check that out. They're trying to still continue to sell you the movie. So it's not that it's successful. It's not. It wasn't successful, but they need to keep up the appearance of it being successful in order to sell you on the movie still.
And here's the thing. When Mario comes out, we don't have to play this game anymore. We don't have to play it because you're going to know what real popularity looks like. And it's got a 3-week runway. So it's got 3 weeks until Mario lands, and that sucker's going to come out. I don't know if you all saw this, the latest projections for Mario have it pulling in something like, 170, 180 now is the projection. And that's domestic. Global, it's likely to top $300 million. Mm-hmm. And then we don't have to pretend anymore. We could just watch it make $1.5 billion, and we can say, oh, that's what they wished The Beaver was.
Well, didn't they do the same thing with Lightyear? Lightyear didn't make a lot of money at the box office, and they blamed COVID. Oh, people are still reluctant to go to the theaters. And then another animated movie came out, and I can't remember which movie it was, but that just completely, I think it was Mario, honestly. I can't remember which movie it was. But that movie ended up making millions and millions of dollars, was completely successful. And it was okay, well, what are you going to blame now? because you can't be blaming, oh, people just don't want to go back to theaters because of COVID, because people obviously do want to go to the theaters. It's just they do not trust your brand. They don't trust your movies because they know that all you're going to do is put some ideological morality in this movie, which hinders on your own morality. So when you have an evil morality, that's going into your movie, and people just don't want to see that. They don't want to see that. When you are evil, you're making evil things, and I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch it. It's not appealing to me.
Absolutely. Andy, talking about appealing here, I've got an appeal to Disney and to everybody out there. I feel badly for Pixar, and I want other people to feel badly for them too, because they are stuck in a rather hopeless spot. I don't want them to despair, but they're kind of like the 1999 Chicago Bulls. I've made this comparison before. Once Jordan is gone, it's fine for the Bulls to win a championship, but it's not going to happen. And now that Lasseter and a lot of the rest of the talent is gone from Pixar, you can want to go back to what they were doing with original stories. It's not going to happen. They don't have the capability. So it's good they're dropping the woke stuff and calling it therapy, whatever, but they can't make another Toy Story. That's not in the works.
You know, when you walk into one of your favorite restaurants that you've been going to for years and the chef is just top notch, but you come in there and there's just something that just tastes kind of like, you know, gross and slimy and something like that. It's like, and you keep going back and you come to find out like your favorite chef has left, he's quit, and the busboy took over and he's never really cooked anything. And that's why it tastes so bad. And I think a lot of this has to do with the audience. They can't necessarily put their finger on it, but they know something just doesn't taste right in the way that it used to. They just, it's not the same and it doesn't taste good. They're not enjoying it. So they stop going to that restaurant. And then like they try to say, hey, look, we got a new cook. And like, come back and try. Like, well, no, I've already found someplace else to eat. It's so hard and we know this in retail, to try and get old customers back. It's harder than trying to get them new customers to come in the door. It's even harder to try and get old customers that have been disgruntled to come back. And when they're doing this sort of lukewarm thing, where they're like they're because they can't come out and say what they're really thinking, because then they get the screaming banshees all over them. You can't come out and say that part, because then you get that very vocal, very loud, very like shrieky, minority out there that is telling you that no, you people have to do this at some point. So they want to kind of skirt the issue, ignore it, and just kind of like put this stuff out there and just like put a little twinge of that slimy stuff back in the recipe. And I don't think that the public wants the slimy stuff in the recipe or their movies.
I'll pass on the slimy stuff. Lauren, did you understand what I was saying when I said that Pixar can't make another Toy Story and it's not in the cards, it's not in the works? Because they are making another Toy Story. So it's not that they can't make Toy Story, it's that they can't make Toy Story. Do you see what I'm saying there, Lauren?
Yeah, they can't recapture lightning in a bottle. All the essential ingredients that allowed that to happen are gone.
Absolutely. And they've got 3 weeks, Lauren. Again, 3 weeks until Mario comes out. And so I'm wondering how long until the shills make the turn? How long until the media outlets say, moving along now?
Well, I've got two questions for you. First is there anything coming out in the next week that is going to generate excitement that will knock this off the top spot from this week?
Not for this demographic.
Okay, but are you expecting to see a box office drop-off next weekend?
Well, that's a great question. So probably because
concern.
Right.
Well, I think that's the concern. Because
I'm sure that's the concern.
If the reviews help that, like, because there's extremely positive reviews. All of the media is pushing this movie hard right now. Well, if that works, it might not.
The reason I'm asking is because if we are generally certain that this thing is going to have a drop-off next week, then it's going to have a week to build its sales, and that's really going to be it. And if that's the case, I think the pronouncement you can make is that this beaver is really going to take a pounding within the next week. It's going to be like it was rode hard and put away wet. It's just
Ladies and gentlemen, we've lost Lorne. He went too far into the beaver, and we had to bring him back out.
I beg your pardon.
Lorne, are you okay, buddy?
I'm fine. I'm not sure this movie is. I think that after hearing all of the reactions to it, it's kind of what Andy was saying. You can try and clean it up a little bit, be more subtle about what you're trying to do, sort of like those jokes I just made. I don't think it was. I don't think it's subtle. That's the problem. And the audience has spoken pretty loud. I don't think they ever would have come out and said something like, we're not going to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on therapy unless they've gotten the message loud and clear that the audience is rejecting them. It's too late. You should have made this change long, long ago. We're wise to what you're doing. We know you're going to try and be subtle about it. That ain't going to work. You got to take it all out. And that's the only way you're going to begin to rebuild any trust at all. And I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they can help themselves.
40% drop is my prediction for next week. Could be higher, but 40%, it's already going to be down in the 20 million range, and it's done. This thing needs $500 million to break even with, so it's done at that point. It's just done.
It needs $500 million?
Yeah. So this thing had a $150 million production budget. It had, what did we say, $100 million minimum advertising budget. It's probably higher. And so you only get half back, $500 million. Yeah. That's what it needs.
Wow.
And probably higher, but we can't say that for sure. Well, folks, we've come to the end of another video of pure excellence and fun. Explaining entertainment, keeping you ahead of the culture curve. That's what we hope you believe we've just done. And why should you believe it? Well, because we've done our very best to make it so. To be true, to be factual, and to do what the mainstream so-called access journalists simply won't. Folks, you can help share this out across the fruited plains of YouTube by clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And folks, as we get ready to say sayonara for now, we ask that you keep learning, keep growing, and wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep having fun.